Bueno, ya vamos para las 6 horas de evento, ¿eh? Transcurren las horas rumbo a 24 horas entre hoy y mañana con un montón de speakers, de conferencias, de paneles muy interesantes. En este caso vamos a una nueva conferencia en inglés. El título es Blockchain Startups, Incubation and Acceleration. Estará a cargo de Vigen Arushanian de Armenia. Estoy aquí en el piso con Ken Tenser, que es uno de los organizadores, para que también participe de la bienvenida a nuestro speaker. Les cuento que Vigen pertenece a la Asociación Armenia de Blockchain, con la cual también hay un partnership anual con nuestro evento. El fundador de Nord Blockchain Armenia. Tenemos, como les decía, la presencia de Ken Tenser por aquí. Y vamos a pasar al inglés entonces para darle la bienvenida, por supuesto, a esta conferencia Vigen. We are very happy to have you here today. He is an entrepreneur, passionate to turn Armenia into the next global hub for emerging tech, the founder of Nord Blockchain Armenia, and the host of Chainpoint Annual Conference, one of the most influential tech conference in the region. He also ran Global Content Service, the leading paid TV media distributing company. So Ken, Vigen, welcome.
Hey, vegan.
Hi, thank you.
So,
I'm excited to join you today. Thank you for the invitation.
no, we want to thank you. So, warm welcome to you. And whenever you're ready, please start.
Yeah, thank you. I think not to lose time. I think most of us will agree that we need more startups in the space, in the blockchain industry. Because I was thinking about this a couple of days ago, that the current perspective of mass adoption through investing in cryptos, through buying and holding crypto, it just doesn't work the way it was intended to work. First of all, because of the good amount of speculative risk involved, and most of the people are not that comfortable with these risks. And I think the true mass adoption should be driven through startups in the space, because startups are the ones who take the true problem and solution match, and they are the one, most important, they are the one who target the right people, right audiences, segment by segment. So the question is how we cultivate more startups in blockchain industry. This was the question we asked ourselves back in 2017, and the first naive thought was to come up with a blockchain course, with a crypto and blockchain training program, and welcome everybody who was interested in this technology. And if we tell them about the uh, opportunities blockchain brings, the limitless new types of business models the decentralization brings, they would get inspired, they will get expertise, and this would magically lead to them to form teams, come up with ideas, and we will take that concepts and accelerate these concepts from there. Of course, this didn't work out. First, because inspiration is not enough to found a startup, of course. You need to have entrepreneurial spirit. You need to have a lot more to it than just an idea. Of course, we integrated these types of concepts and basic fundamental knowledge on entrepreneurship and business into the course. But effectively, this didn't work the way we expected to work. It doesn't mean that we don't need that training programs. In fact, there is a lack of education in the space. And in fact, one of the most popular and most demanded products by Noor is now internal training programs and educational programs for companies, for growing crypto companies who need more people to be able to serve growing crypto users. And this has to be in place. This, of course, helps the development of the industry, but this is not enough. So the second format of nurturing, cultivating blockchain startups is just the same idea that the classical incubation acceleration program. There are a number of them, and the idea is just the same as for traditional startups. So there is already a concept there. There is a team there, so you're on the level two from this first format. You take that team, you take that program, you see where in it needs to be honed. So you work together to hone the idea, the business model, the marketing. I don't know, add their expertise that needs to be there. Of course, introduce them to smart money, utilize the network effect, and the idea is just to package the startup for the investors to be interested in. So basically the same thing that happens for traditional startups. While this works fine for narrowly focused blockchain and crypto startups, especially the ones that are providing online services or are bound into the blockchain space itself, for example, DeFi. This works fine, but you start seeing problems with when there is a demand for more expertise, for more technologies, and especially when the project wants to work in a real world, so something connecting blockchain into real world. And for example, if you just think of a project that have founders who understand well how crypto works, have come up with a great idea of monetization based on token economy of a project, and they think of building a VR marketplace using blockchain. They will have hard time because they now need to have experts in VR industry as well. So basically, effectively, they will need to run two separate startups, one in VR, the second one in blockchain, and work on them until the point that both startups are ready to be merged. So this is a real problem. This is something that was new to the acceleration and incubation programs regarding blockchain industry. And as long as far as I am a fan of DeFi solutions, I'm a true believer that there is a big potential, untapped potential of blockchain in real world use cases, in Web3 use cases. So the third format, which is new, and I started observing it just recently, is that you start from the other end. So you go to the mature startups that have simple or already worked through a business model. They have a mature technology, and you look at some startups and you see that they begged they beg for blockchain to be applied to them. So uh, this is a new approach that I think should be developed further. For example, there is this incredible startup called Embry. They develop a smart insole for shoes, which tracks the steps of a person, weight of a person, and there is no way. What makes this technology different is that there is no way of faking it, of tricking it. You know, there were solutions that were tracking the activity of people, but if you base it on a GPS, for example, GPS is easily tricked and your smartphone will think that it's moving. So when you hear that they have come up with a technology that cannot be faked, there is a click. You think that, you know, if something cannot be faked, this could effectively be a new type of proof of work. And the obvious, the apparent solution for this, you think, oh, if they can track the steps, if they can track the weight, if they can track anything, you can just assign tokens to the stuff that this technology is tracking, and you come up with something new. something new that the project itself solely will not tap into. And instantly you recognize that there were a number of tries before that, a number of projects that tried to monetize physical activity of people, and all of them failed at the moment where you need to have something that ensures that there is no fake activity, no fake movement. And now you have this solution. So imagine if you had this project uh, just as an idea in the second format of our talk, like in a classical incubator, classical acceleration. I guarantee you that most of these startups will fail at the point where they have built a nice token economy, incentive mechanism, etc., and they have a concept around this. But they will fail when facing the real problem of making the track, the tracked steps, for example, for this example, be guaranteed not to be faked. And uh, to tackle with this problem, just like that, you start from that end. You go and look for technologies that are already mature enough, and the founders of these technologies were busy developing their own things. And now you see that, and if you're long enough in the industry, you can see that there are a lot of matches between different type of industries, different type of technologies, be it IoT, AI, or VR, and blockchain. I would rather not talk about blockchain at all, because if we will know that we have the true mass adoption once we stop talking about blockchain, once it becomes so natural that this thing works on blockchain that everybody stops talking about and mentioning it as an advantage. Then we will know that this is the mass adoption. So my approach is that we start looking into the landscape. There are a lot of great startups out there that are, working with real world problems, but there is a great potential for them to utilize blockchain to apply crypto economy inside them. So let's just look around, look for this kind of startups. Let's just connect with each other, because synergy is the key. One interesting thing about, one incredible thing about blockchain is people, because we're far from the point where people are competing in this industry. There is so much room for creating stuff so that everybody is happy to partner up, and you just come across a technology. Other guys who have worked on another technology, on blockchain, on crypto protocol, and you see that there is a match. And most of the time, people are happy to partner up. And just like that, just like blockchain, which is borderless, permissionless, you suddenly come up with a bigger project with a bigger value, taking an idea, for example, from Latin America, taking the developing team from Armenia, the funding from US, and you have a global project to work with. Or the opposite, that there are limitless combinations for this. So let's just connect. Let's connect on LinkedIn. Let's connect everywhere that we come across, and let's start discussing what we can do with the existing startups that are mature enough, that have the technology developed, and there is a apparent place for blockchain, for crypto to be applied. They are not in the place where they are already in the market and they have a big users, army of users that they would need to, you know, switch them to the new model, etc. The ideal thing is that when you see a project and you see an obvious match, between blockchain and this other technology. Again, I'm a true believer that blockchain with IoT, with AI, with any technology, any emerging technology, VR, of course, big data, anything that can we can combine, this will lead us to bigger results than solely blockchain, solely DeFi, solely crypto, solely IoT, etc. So yeah, let's start looking for these projects, looking around our landscapes. I will be happy to talk to you regarding any possible collaboration, any possible synergy. I'm excited to do so. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vegan, for your conference and for having you here today. It was a great honor for us on behalf of
Honor is all
the
mine.
group,
Thank you.
the organization of our Blockchain Summit Global. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye
Thanks for
bye.
having me. Bye
Thanks.
bye.